Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of a new Trekkie. My 5-year mission to search out Star Trek media, to seek out our fans and merchandise, to boldly go where no fan has gone before.
So before we get into today's episode, I'm going to take it away to the creator and slash co-creator of the show, Mr. Scott, for another episode of Trek Corner. Enjoy.
Hi everyone, this is Scott King, co-creator of this little program, and we are back for another installment of Trek Corner. This here is a collective plate. Now, if you're familiar with Star Trek, there is a slew of collector's plates, especially from the Hamilton collection. Actually, I think it was fully the Hamilton collection that did all of these collector's plates in the from the 80s throughout the 90s. This one is the 1991 25th anniversary Spock collector's plate. As you see, finely detailed, beautiful artwork featuring Leonard Nimoy as everyone's favorite Vulcan, Spock. And I think it's just wonderful. I think that the Hamilton collection, they had a lot of awesome collectibles over the years, especially Star Trek items. And this is just one of the many beautiful items that they released. Now back to Steven.
So we're back, and today we're talking about the Star Trek film that changed everything in a way. With Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Some important bit of information that needs to be noted before we get into talking about the film. The film was directed by Nicholas Myers and screenplay by Jack B. Swartz. And the music was done by James Horner. So basically the whole story of The Wrath of Khan, if you do not already know, basically the crew of the Enterprise of Admiral James Kirk, they end up facing off and having the return of Khan Noon Singh, played by Ricardo Montalban. And he first originally appeared in the Star Trek episode Space Seed from 1967. And in a way, the story actually has the return of Khan after 15 years. And incidentally, the film, if you do the math, is 15 years after Space Seed originally aired. So that, in a way, is pretty cool too. So one of the MacGuffins is in the film that Khan is trying to get is the Genesis.
What Nintendo?
And not the Sega Genesis in this case. Genesis is a device that terraforms a planet so that things can, be given a new way of life in a way. Some of the new characters that are in the film include Bibi Besh as Carol Marcus, the lead scientist in the film for Project Genesis, and also the past lover of Kirk, and also the mother of Kirk's son, Merritt Bertrick as David Marcus as the Genesis scientist, and also Kirk's son. And also Paul Winfred as Clark Terrell, the captain of the Reliant, and Christy Alley as Savick, Spock's protege in the film, and basically she's training to be, lead the Enterprise in a way. she's sort of like Spock in the fact, she's by the numbers. So now that we've got all of that laid out for us, let's dive right into thoughts on the film. Overall, I feel like Star Trek The Wrath of Khan is a superior film to Star Trek The Motion Picture, and that this is the film that should have started first. But in a way, we can't really say that, because if the Star Trek Motion Picture hadn't happened, then they wouldn't have figured, okay, what didn't work there, we need to try again. So yeah. Some of the themes in the film include the theme of, like, say, a nautical theme, like, say, that is evident in the costuming. Since the crew, new uniforms are more of an idea of, like, naval ships, and also the theme of Moby Dick, and that Khan is Captain Ahab and Kirk is the whale that he is trying to get after in revenge. We first discovered Khan on Century Alpha 5. They're Clartel and also Pavel Chekhov. Basically, they are going to go to Alpha 6, but they end up going to essentially Alpha 5, and then they are, in a way, held hostage by Khan, and also brainwashed by the Century Eel. Good luck getting that out of your nightmares tonight. Yeah, that little creature thing is just kind of creepy. Yeah. Yeah. I compared to this film, I think the effects are, instead, like, using all of your budget on effects, I feel it's more toned down in the fact that, space battles are, they're there. But, honestly, this is more of a character-based study. And that, Kirk is getting older, he's trying to realize, he's getting older, he's having these glasses now, he's realizing, maybe I want to maybe it's just, I need to pack up and either get one more glory ride in. And unfortunately, that's when Khan comes back and he just realizes, hey, the past is kind of dangerous.
Khan, you still remember, Admiral. I cannot help but be touched.
And that you never know who will come back and when. I gotta say, the acting in this film, especially from the actors, is great. Whether it's from Ricardo Montalban, who did a fantastic job.
Fire! Fire! We can't fire, sir! Why can't you? They've damaged the proton control and the warp drive. We must withdraw. No! No! We must!
And I think Shatner did a great job acting-wise as well, because, he was given a lot to work with. Richard Meyer did a great job in directing him.
It's too late.
Also, Richard Meyer had not really seen Star Trek before he was given the job of this film. One thing that needs to be discussed is the death of Mr. Spock. My God, that moment when, like, say, Spock is saving everyone by putting the new, I don't know the technical term for this, I'm sorry, to, make it so that they can go forward in not light speed, just, go faster. I think that was yeah, what else can I say? It's kind of hard to put words in. I thought the scene was well done in the fact, it's a race against time. They're trying to do this, and it all adds up to, in a way, the death of Spock from being exposed to so much radiation. And I guess say the moment where Kirk and Spock are at each other's, the glass of the other room.
The needs of the many outweigh
The needs of the few.
or the one.
And just having their conversation.
And always shall be your friend. Live long and prosper.
Fantastic actor right there. That's really great acting. And I gotta say, the as well ever seen, William Shatner does a great job with Spock's eulogy.
Of all the souls I have encountered in my travels, his was the most human. Others?
I mean, overall, I could say this film not only changed the direction that Trek would go in for the film franchise, it's just superb overall. And I mean, yeah, I think this film is just a grand piece of filmmaking in a way. Like whether it's the use of effects from the space battles, whether it is the acting, I just think this film is just great in general. But I mean, what do you folks think? Put your thoughts and those comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.